How's it going, everyone? My name is Jonicus, and welcome to Amnesia: The Dark Descent. This is actually my first ever Let's Play up on YouTube, and I decided why not play one of my favorite horror games of all time. Granted, I haven't played this game in a few years now. Originally, I had played it on the PC back in 2010 when it first came out, and then when they came out with the Amnesia collection a few years back, I played that on the PS4. So I'm going to be revisiting this on the PC. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Okay. Oh god, I missed this game. It feels so cool to play it again. Alright, so we got our journal here. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay. Let me get used to the controls again. It's been a couple of years since I last played this game. I originally played this on the PC when it first came out. And then I played it on the PS4 when the Amnesia collection came out. That was like a few years back. Come on, Daniel, you're good. Get up, get up. Alright, okay, so in this game we actually have a sanity system, and if you witness like disturbing events like doors opening by themselves or lights going off, then it actually lowers your sanity, and we want to try and keep it high so that we don't freak out. If we end up getting it too low, it actually alerts monsters to our position, I believe. I don't know if it does anything else. I know on a hard mode it actually can kill you if you leave it, if you let it get too low. This castle is so cool. So right now we're just following this. I don't know if that's a blood trail. It's like pinkish. Oh, he starts freaking out here. Oh boy. He starts like crawling on the floor. I actually remember when I first played this game, this right here freaked me out because I thought that this figure inside this room was a monster, but if you actually go close to it, you can see it's just a suit of armor. So that was a pretty cool cool thing to have like right in the intro. Jump. Is there anything in here? Can we even open this? Doesn't look like there's anything. Alright, so like this room, for example, it's kind of to show you don't want to stay in the dark. If you stay in the room for too long, where it's like too dark, it actually will lower your sanity, so you want to like kind of stay away from that. And from what I remember, if you old archives, if you solve puzzles, it actually replenishes your sanity. Yeah, so stuff like that, for example, I think now, yeah, so my sanity, I'm at a slight headache. So I think that's like one below the max, like, you know, the highest sanity you can have. Oh, we got some roaches here. But yeah, this game has some like really cool effects with its sanity because like when you're at very, very low sanity, you can actually have like roaches crawling on your screen. I always thought that was really cool. And we got the lantern, which is going to be our best friend. So we can pull it up with F. Tinderbox there. Alright, it's leading us over here. Got her first note.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Alright, so like the main character leaves notes around so that he doesn't forget, and it looks like the premise of the game is we're looking for an Alexander and we're trying to kill him. For what reason, we don't know yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. Alright, so there's like a little lever right here. And when you see like the blue flash on the screen like that, it means we solved the puzzle. And that helps towards our sanity. Alright, so now we're gonna enter the entrance hall.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
I probably shouldn't have done that. Hello, roaches. I think they're just like a figment of my imagination. I don't think they're actually there. So this is like the first central hub in the game. There's like multiple ways we can go. Ultimately, I think the goal is to try and dissolve the thing that's in this door right here. Let me see if I can, yeah, I could show it to you. So this thing right here is blocking your path. And we even went ahead and like wrote a note. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery. Can it be dissolved? So that's the goal right now, is to try and dissolve this. So, okay, so there's a path up there, up the stairs. And I believe there's 2 doors over here, but I think we're gonna go up here first. I think this is where we need to go first. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, that caught me by surprise. Okay, so this is the door right here. And this door is blocked off, but I remember, yeah, there's a tinderbox right here we can pick up. So let's go into here. The archives. Oh, you can hear the noises from one of the enemies.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Got some more roaches. Just crawling around, minding their own business. I'm actually going to use it here because this room's a little dark. I don't want to lower my sanity. Let's see, is there anything in these shelves? Got a tinderbox. And yeah, if you have like natural light from like a window, you can actually use that to your advantage. You don't need to waste oil from the lantern to keep yourself sane. Like this, yeah, this room for example. We got some more monster noises. We got another note.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Did that lower my sanity? No, I'm still at a headache. That's fine. We got a piano playing. Yeah, I'm just collecting a bunch of these. I could probably start using them. I know that in hard mode, you actually need 4 tinderboxes to save your game, which is the only way you can. There's like no autosave or anything like that. But right now I'm playing this on normal mode. Okay, this one's locked. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use an oil to fill it up a little bit. That's where we came from, so I'm gonna go this way. We got some more creepy monster noises. I don't like that. We got blood dripping from the ceiling. That's always nice. We got some oil. Go ahead and take that. Let's see, is there anything in this shelf? No, we're good.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
The cool thing about those scenes, by the way, is that it actually lets you walk through dark areas in the game without having to use your lantern, and it won't lower your sanity. So you can actually take advantage of those scenes to kind of conserve your oil and get through areas quicker. Let's see. Okay, so we got another note. Oh, and I think this one's gonna take us to somewhere else.
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
I like how if you like turn the camera, it actually like shifts towards the stone. Let's go ahead and pick
I
this
reached
up.
out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
How are we doing? We're still fine. Okay. Alright, so for this next area, we have to go through here, but we need to break this with the object. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. And pick up that. Awesome. Let's get through here.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay, so we got a puzzle here. There is some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Alright, so that's what the puzzle is. But hold on, there's a note right here. We gotta break the glass to get to it. Local folklore. The Gatherers. Okay, so I think this is the name of the enemy variants in this game. You got the Gatherers. I know later on there's the Brutes. And I believe it's mostly those two. The Immortal Baron. Alright, so this is Alexander. This is who we're looking for. We're trying to get to this guy. By the way, I'm mostly going to be skimming through those notes that aren't voice-overed. But let me know if you would like me to voice them. Okay, so the puzzle, we have to pull out 3 books. Here's 1. This is 2. And this is the last one right here. Us. We're still at a headache. We got an oil right here. Okay, and here we have a key on this desk. Let me just check to see if there's anything in these shelves. Got another note. Regarding closing of the wine cellar. Okay, so this... Yeah, this note is to tell us that the wine cellar door was locked. So we got the key here for it. Okay. So one of the monsters opened this door for us, which is really nice of it. Okay, and it went somewhere. And you can see a little glimpse of the monster here. This is, I think, the first time you actually see it. I hope he doesn't stay around, though. Okay. Looks like he's gone. I don't like the... No, I'm just gonna run out of here. Just get out. I don't want to stay there anymore. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, so yeah, there's these things right here. I don't know how to avoid them. Every time I try, I think if I... Yeah, that thing just like hurts you. Oh man, alright, so... My sanity is not in a good place right now. We have to try and solve some puzzles. Alright, so let's go over here. The wine cellar was around here. I believe it's down here. Yep, we got the wine cellar, so we gotta go to our menu and use it from there. And now we're back to a slight headache. The opening the door counts as solving a puzzle. Alright, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and leave off the first episode of Amnesia here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and come around for the second episode.